Well, welcome back, guys, to another episode of A Cup of Joe. And today's guest is Imad with 𝐴𝐵 Plumbing. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. I have no idea what we're doing.
Imad, it's okay. No one knows what they're doing.
All right. I might talk in Arabic on accident with you a little bit.
Oh, that's going to be... Actually, I think that would be pretty cool.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So Imad is actually a dear friend of mine. We actually grew up together.
Yeah.
Back in the day when
back
we were...
in the streets.
Hey, life was simple back then.
I guess it depends on who you asked.
Yeah. Well, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
But, we grew up a little bit, and now we're on a whole whole-ass podcast.
Your podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? We're growing up. You're running a business. You're running a plumbing business. You're a huge asset to our team. You're one of our hub vendors.
Yes, which thank you for that opportunity. It's been great.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being a part of that opportunity.
I mean, when you can get on somebody who has a podcast hub list vendor thing, then you do it, right? I think that's in a business book somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, forget the book. Chunk it out. Just write your own book. That's the way we do it.
Working on it. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll announce it on this show one day.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I would actually love that. Hey, baby steps.
Okay,
baby steps.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right? I tried to do a podcast before in my own house, and I was like, this is not working because I couldn't understand the wires and the cameras and the angles and the focus. And I'm like, then I got to upload, download, and all this other stuff on the back and script.
It's really, I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Me too. But see, Philip does. That's why I show up. I'm like, Philip, I walk in, I speak, and then I walk out, and then voila, everything
Philip's
happens.
been doing this for 34 years, he said.
I know.
He's been doing this as long as I've been breathing on Earth.
Right. How old are you?
34.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You're such a baby.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm right there with you. I'm 36, and I feel like I'm depressed we're walking into our 40s, but that's okay.
I'm just depressed in general.
No, you're not. Adulting. I'm like, what was it? I saw this thing the other day. They're like, I'm trying to get out of this adulthood. And I'm sick of this hood. I'm trying to move out.
Well, after adulthood, I'm pretty sure it's death. So I'm trying to stay in this hood as long as I possibly can.
I want to go to childhood.
Yeah. I don't know if I want that either.
Oh, that's awesome.
I like the amount of control I have over my life now.
Yeah? Well, I don't know, man. Sometimes as a business owner, there is no control. It's just chaos all the time. So let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
So you're the owner of 𝐴𝐵 Plumbing.
Yes.
And you've been doing this for how long?
Plumbing or 𝐴𝐵 Plumbing?
Let's start from
the beginning.
The beginning. Yeah, walk us through the beginning. How did we get here?
Born in 1990.
Okay, not that beginning. Just like the plumbing beginning.
The plumbing beginning. So plumbing's a family thing. It's a family business essentially.
Okay.
And then I got into it just like many minority people who grow up in America, just kind of do what the family does.
A trade, yeah.
Yeah, a trade or whatever. Did that for a while. Got sick of doing that because of the, working with family can get difficult.
Agreed.
So I broke off. I started another career in real estate.
When did you do that?
I did that back in 2017.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What made you get into real estate as a tradesman?
Hating the company I was working for as a tradesman. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hating the hours, hating the everything about what I was doing at the time.
Yeah.
And I needed more money at the time because I was working for somebody. I didn't own my own business.
Gotcha.
And yeah, it was just an easy way. I always say that for anybody who wants to become an entrepreneur, the best way to see if you're even good at it is to just get your real estate license.
That's true.
Yeah. Because it's the lowest barrier of entry for entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and it takes the biggest grind.
Yeah, it takes the biggest grind and it's the lowest barrier of entry as far as financially.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to buy a truck, you don't have to buy all this stuff.
Right.
You don't have to buy a bunch of tools. You don't have to buy equipment. You just gotta you don't even have to start an LLC if you don't want to. Yeah, you can just go into it and see if you're good at it and then go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you got to have some sort of passion about the job. I think
you got to have passion about something. I don't think it's got to be about the job exactly. You
Right.
got to have passion about either money or not wanting to work anymore
Well,
or
see, I
something
disagree
like
with
that.
you. If you have passion for money, you're going to fail. In my opinion, I worry about people that have a passion for money because they fail, because their motive is...
I think that's just trying to sugarcoat what's real life, though.
No, that's not true. In my opinion, okay, so like I don't work for money, I work for people. When you work for
I
people,
agree with you.
And when you work for people, the money
But are
comes.
you going to list my house for 0.5% commission?
It depends on the deal. It depends on the deal. I've listed houses for $100. So it's not about the money. It's about the people.
But you listed the house for $100 knowing that there's a relationship to be built, knowing that there's going to be something in the future to come back from that. So at the end of the day, you made the decision knowing that there's going to be money behind it, though.
But you have to have passion for people, right? I think it's a compliment.
If you only did real estate and you never got paid money, you would not continue to do real estate.
Nobody would do anything without doing money.
So at the end of the day,
yeah, you're right. In some context, but you also have to have passion because this business is very stressful.
It's like
right,
first place, second place, money then passion.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding. It's passion then money. I'm just messing with
it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like,
you have to be passionate about what you're doing. You have to actually like what you're doing. And the cool thing about...
Because you'll burn out. Because the motivation will burn out. You'll get just sick of this job sometime.
Well, that's life. You just get sick of life sometimes. But really, it's just so the cool thing about real estate and I guess plumbing or any service industry, because at the end of the day, that's what real estate is. It's a service industry. You just have to be good with people. Like if you are good with people, you should be good at real estate. You have to have business sense and know numbers and stuff. But that's also if you can pick up down the line. If you don't have the people skills, you're not going to have the business. Right.
Yeah. Right. I think you're right. Like it could go complement hand in hand, but ultimately, passion will outwork anything else, in my opinion. Because you're going to get burned out. This job will burn you out, and your job will burn you out. I think anything. Any job will burn you out.
Philip, you get burnt out doing this?
Yeah. I mean, you just do, right? You have to figure out how do you still push through those hard days and the days that.
And that's when you think about the money.
Yeah, and you're like, I gotta get paid because I gotta pay my bills. I mean, like you gotta take care of it. I'll tell you this: in America, because we're both from overseas,
right?
This is the country of bills. Oh my goodness!
Your bills have bills in this country.
Your bills have bills. There's just so many bills.
Yeah,
all the time.
We can talk about it on a different podcast.
Oh, no kidding. We can literally just go off the tangent on that day. All right, so bringing it back in, Imad, we got our plumbing license, working for family. We decided we didn't love it. We went and got our real estate license. Then what happened?
Really enjoyed real estate. We're not here to talk about real estate though, but really enjoyed real estate. Did really well with that. Had some life changes happen around 2019, 2020. Really lost my passion and love for real estate around that time. And
what contributes to that, if you don't mind me asking?
What contributed to the falling out of love with people in real estate at the time? It's really like we don't have to get into it, but it was a relationship issue, and then it was a family issue, and then it was a friendship issue, and they were all back to back to back. That all happened in 6 months, and it just kind of put me down for the count for a long time. And then I just found myself not liking dealing with people because I just was not in that headspace to deal with people.
Right. Sometimes you get there. I mean, I get that.
But I wasn't, a big team runner like you to where I could just be like, okay, my agents will handle these people for me. I was still the one that had to handle people. And you know that a transaction in real estate is, for most people, the biggest transaction they're ever going to make in their life financially.
Yeah, 100%.
And so when you're not 100% mentally and you're trying to help these people make the biggest financial decision, I just didn't feel like I was in the right space at the time to help people make that decision. So I was like, what else can I do right now? And as an entrepreneur, or any entrepreneur knows that you're always looking for opportunity. If you ever see like a gap somewhere, it's like you do automatically. You just see, you're like, oh, that'd be a good idea to run a business like that. It doesn't mean you're going to do it, but you run the numbers, you do the thing, you like think of a location, you think of the name of the company. I'm sure you've done it.
Oh yeah.
And then you're like, I don't have time for that right now.
Yeah.
So when I first got into real estate, I just kept on thinking about, because I come from plumbing, I just kept on thinking about like, how could I build a plumbing business around realtors? And it's just something that was always in the back of my mind. The whole time I was doing it, the whole time I was working it, the whole time I was doing real estate, selling houses, helping people buy, sell,
Wait, so I got to take this back. So you said my business model is going to be where I'm targeting a select group of people that can feed my business, where I'm not having to worry more about the one-time customer. It's more about the multiple repeat time customer.
Right.
I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, I did too. Thank you.
Yeah.
So basically being in real estate, being a realtor, you start to understand how much people rely on the realtor for stuff.
So the most understated statement you've ever said.
Not ever, but it is
I
very
mean,
understated.
I'm going to say ever because that's
maybe most
so
understatement I've
true.
ever said to you, potentially.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, but it is like we are the key holders for a lot of stuff. Realtors are the key holders for a lot of stuff. You have a issue with your yard. You have an issue with your lights. You have an issue with your roof. Most people call the real estate. If you have a good relationship with your realtor, and if your realtor is worth the salt, they're going to call your realtor. So when you approach me with the HBH thing and me knowing what you're doing and me understanding that about real estate agents, it was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah. And it's been a home run for us, like truly.
I feel like for me, it's been a home run. I feel for y'all, it's kind of been like a triple.
Well, really?
Yeah, I don't think I've given you the best yet, but it's coming. Don't worry.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, don't worry.
We're a month away from opening.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna. Me
I'm
too.
so excited.
I have.
That's been fun for you. I remember. Yeah, you've been very patient with some people on that.
Yeah. Thank you. Patience is a virtue and pressure is a privilege.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It's all annoying though.
It is. It is. But
Yeah.
you know, legends are not written about mediocrity, right? You have to be able to think outside the box and think, how can I create a business model like you,
Right.
that could be repeated and grown through its own network,
right.
really. We actually picked up a walk-up customer yesterday. Swear to God, someone just pulled up
Into the
at the hub. I was outside meeting with the contractor. She pulled right up. She was like, "Is this the concierge shop?" I was like, "It sure is."
That's
She's
gonna
like,
be such a game changer
she
for
goes,
y'all.
"Can you follow me? I need you to come look at my house. I've got a situation." I literally get in my car. We pull up in Blackridge. She's got a house in Blackridge, and she's like, "I also want to move to Lake Wilbourn." Like right there, back to back.
That
I was
alone is
like,
just worth you going through all the trouble.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, $2 million
I guess
on volume. That's a
patience-
good
Yeah, I
day.
guess patience is a virtue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she had 2 broken windows. She had a fence that was knocked down. She had like some of her epoxy in her garage was peeling.
Yep.
So literally that's what she was looking for. She was like, I've got all these problems and I would need all these people and this is what you do. So come fix it. I was
It's such a big idea that I'm sure people have thought about it. They just didn't want to take it on.
execute it.
Yeah. And the fact that you're just like, you know what? Let's try it. Is
Yeah.
really, I'm very, very impressed.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, the worst thing that can happen is I fail.
I've done it before.
That's the worst thing that can
Yeah,
happen.
I've failed. I'm sure you have.
And
Yeah.
I have too. I'm not worried about walking barefoot. I actually prefer that. So whatever. Let's give it a shot. But anyways, that's neither here or there. Back to you. So what in your transition coming out of being, okay, you worked for a plumbing company as a family member. You got that grit. You got that experience. Do you think that most people, and you said if you ever wanted to be an entrepreneur, you should probably go get your real estate license. So I would like to ask you this question. Do you feel like people that want to be a business owner, period, should they go and work under someone under that umbrella first, like be an apprentice or heck, even like the dishwasher guy? You got to, if you are going to run a restaurant, you need to know how the back of the house works. And you start with washing the dishes, right?
It depends on what kind of business you're getting into. I guess when I say if you want to know if you're going to be an entrepreneur or not, it's because real estate is 100% people and sales skills. The one thing I love about real estate is like, it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it does matter.
I mean, I know agents who don't look like you, who do just as much volume as you.
I'm not saying they have to look nice.
Yeah.
But there are people, this is the part that bothers me about real estate, is some people underdress and underpresent themselves to certain degrees.
Yeah, I know those people.
And then people don't take them seriously and they question them a lot. You know?
I know a realtor just like that who does over $100 million in volume every year.
Maybe they got to that point, but they didn't start doing it that way, you know?
They've always dressed that way.
You think?
I know they have.
There could be exceptions to it.
There's exceptions to everything. That's why I love real estate, because at the end of the day, there's people who want to work with people who look and act like them in real estate. In any business, but in real estate, for this example, So that's kind of where we come from. It's just like you want to know.
It's different people.
Yeah, you just have to be able to talk to people. You have to be able to answer questions. You have to be able to work through situations. Being a real estate agent and working through a transaction, you'll learn a lot about yourself.
A lot about yourself. What did you learn about yourself?
That I'm really good at real estate.
Yeah. But you also have a plumbing.
I also have a plumbing business. Yeah, no. So I realized I was real good at real estate, and just to get back on track, I realized I was real good at real estate.
We're going round and round. Sorry, Philip.
Sorry, Philip. You're gonna have fun editing the crap out of this. No pun intended. Then we're going to. We went back.
Will you please cut that clip? I need that as a teaser.
We went to the I was starting like all this stuff, and in the freaking contract you just see the sewer scope thing in the contract, and then I just assumed as a plumber getting into real estate that everybody got sewer scopes all the time on everything. Come to find out that wasn't the case,
dude. Do you realize how rare people do it?
Not anymore, thanks to a little bit of effort from me and other people in the industry. But it's becoming more and more common now.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially after that job we did.
Dude, what?
That's the job we met on, right? Not met on, but that's the job that we reconnected business-wise on.
I was like, what in the literal what?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a second.
We can talk about that. That was a massive job. That was crazy.
So let me kind of give you guys some context to what the heck happened and how Imad and I got reconnected. Okay, so my client was buying a house in Lake Cyrus, right?
Correct.
The cutest little cookie cutter garden homes with pretty much 0 lot lines. It was perfect for her. She's retired. She's a widow. It's just her. She's like, I don't need a lot of space.
Sweetest lady.
She's the sweetest lady.
Yeah.
And she was a referral from one of my Black Ridge friends. So she was like, hey, take care of my mom. I was like, I got you. So mom goes, she's looking over the contract. She's like, what are the contingencies in these inspections? Should I do a sewer? I was like, I will tell you this. This is the cheapest time you'll ever experience when it comes to a sewer inspection ever, which is this, couple $100 to do a sewer line scope.
Right.
So she was like, oh, I don't know. It's a neighborhood. Like, it's kind of newer. I don't think. I was like, I'm telling you right now, I would do it. But it's your money, not mine. And it's your problem, not mine. But this is the only time you're going to have leverage against the seller is if you figure what the problem is right now.
Which is why you would assume that everybody buying a house would get one.
Oh, you would just assume.
Yeah.
But, oh, man. So ever since that deal, every single one of my contracts gets it. Every single time. Every single time.
I don't care if the house was built last year. You should still get a
Today,
sewer scope.
You can have construction debris in it. It can
there's
have
100 things
sheetrock in there.
There's 100 things that could happen.
So then we ended up finding like this massive problem. And then I'm like, oh, crap. So then I tell the seller, we're not moving forward until you fix this. Well, the seller is like lives out of the country. This was a rental house for them. And the renters, I guess, I don't know what happened. So then Imad, like, it's like a multi-$1,000 job. And then someone else was like, oh, I'll do it for cheaper. Imad goes, no, I got to build in some room for error because the likelihood of nipping a line is high because the houses are so closer together.
Like, you had a tree in the front yard and that was the front yard.
That was it. That was it. Like the lot lines were so tiny.
And then when you had all the utilities get marked, you had utilities on top of utilities on there.
So they could have a mismark.
Right.
And I love how you explained that to me. And you were like, the chances of someone messing this up is extremely high.
Yeah.
And I have to be prepared for that. And by God, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Remember, then you, okay, tell him what happened. You got to tell him.
When I nicked the line?
Oh, man.
I had that geyser in the front yard.
Oh, my God. I have a picture of this. You have to go find it on my Insta. So I pull up. It was the day of closing.
It's the day of closing. Yeah, we're digging up the line.
There is a tractor on top of the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
The driveway is dug down where like it's floating in the air, and there's like 20-foot drop under it.
I mean, that's an exaggeration, but I appreciate it.
Well, however, I don't know. I'm bad at measurements.
20 feet. That's great.
However, it was deep.
It was so deep.
It was dark.
Might have been 50 feet.
Oh, yeah, something.
Yeah.
I mean, down to the middle of the earth. So it was like such a deep hole. The driveway was floating, so you could see right under the concrete. Yep. There was this gush of water. He had the top of the
top of the machine on top of the hole
to stop it from going up. And it's just gushing down the street. Mm-hmm. The water company pulls up. They're sucking out the water in this massive like diverter, I guess. I don't know what
they had to shut the water off, and then we shut the water off, and then
and it was the main line.
It was the main line for the whole neighborhood.
The whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
So the water was like, oh my God. So I walk up and I'm like, okay, Miss Diane, are you ready to buy your house today? She's like,
yeah, they're doing final walkthrough, and I'm sitting on this tractor with this geyser, and she's like, you could just see the worry on her face. Understandably, you're just like walking into this, and you're just like, what is my house gonna look like after this?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She's standing. I have a picture. She's holding a sold sign with the tractor. There's water and there's gush everywhere. Oh, God.
But yeah, that's how we met.
That's how I was like, you gotta be my guy. And he was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hey, she's still happy, though.
She sent me a Subway gift card.
Did she?
Yeah.
She got you a little Subway.
She got me a little Subway gift card,
That's
yeah.
what's up. That's awesome.
Yeah.
She calls me like 2 days later. She goes, there's water coming out of the ground. Can you come help me? So I bring a Racket Ridge. It was her sprinkler. Mm-hmm. And she just didn't have enough oomph to turn it off. So I turned it for her. So anyway, long story short, you kicked ass on that job.
It was
saved
wild.
the day for us. We ended up pulling it through escrow. We got the seller to pay it at escrow.
Yep.
In good faith, you went ahead and started the work so it could be
done
as
by
close
the time
to
closing,
be done.
yeah.
Yep, at the time of closing, and we just brought that whole world together, which is the job.
Which is the job. And again, having the real estate experience now in my back pocket, I know how to talk to, like, go just
You
again,
knew,
knowing like, okay, guys, I know that you guys have final walkthrough. I know that we need to get this done. And then talking about that gap for between plumbers and realtors, or really almost any service person can steal this idea. It's not, trademarked or anything. All you got to do is understand how the Alta works, how the closing disclosure works, and how the payout works at the end of the deal. And I got paid on that deal at closing.
Yeah, you sure did.
You got your check at closing, and I got my check at closing.
Yeah, and the deal was saved.
Because a lot of homeowners, they don't have,
which is exactly what was the problem here.
They don't have 10,000,
It was like
9,000,
20,000.
6,000.
I don't know. It was a lot.
It was. I think it was 10.5. I think.
Yeah, it was a 10,000.
Yeah.
So the point is, he walked me through a sewer line inspection that cost maybe $200-300. I don't remember, and it saved our buyer a $10,000.
You spent $300 and you got
$10,000 worth of
10.2 back.
Yeah, that's a good day. I like the odds of that.
If I could do that every day, I'll do it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so like we'll get paid at the closing table. So any sellers out there who know they have plumbing issues and they're not wanting to sell or list right now, or not wanting to call Jordan right now or any other realtor right now because they don't think their house is ready, she's got connections with people who I'm sure will do work and get paid at the closing table.
Almost all of them.
Yeah.
Even we had Javier. He just repainted a house for me because it needed it, and we sold it right away, and he got paid at closing. He was good. And
real estate is changing. Like the way it's being done is changing. The way that we're having to treat clients is changing. It's no longer just like, oh, let me go and show you a house and sign on the dotted line, and then if you ever need me again, call me.
Yeah, the collaboration effort is next level.
Yeah, you have too many people trying to get your clients. You got too many people trying to steal from, not steal from you in the real sense, but like try and take from you is the fact, like it's a challenge to keep your people with you.
Yeah.
So
that's one of the things that I appreciated you being a part of the hub, because like for us, even it's past the sell, right? So people can come back to us or go back to our website past the closing, past the actual sell, and our vendors are always listed on there. It's no longer like the secret list. Oh, I'm not sharing it. Now it's like we tell anybody.
It's like Angie's real list.
The for real. Oh, I like it. Come on, high five on that. That was good. That Angie's real list. It's Jordan's real list. So and I'm with real. So what's up?
There you go.
You know what?
Oh my goodness. Give me some royalties on that.
I love it. And as we wrap up, can you give any piece of advice of like, give me the biggest adversity you've had to face in your business and how you overcame it?
The biggest adversity I've faced in my business, and it's not unique to me, is just, bad employees.
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah. When you hire somebody, like having people that you have to have go into other people's homes is always scary. And so when you have somebody who just is disrespectful or maybe sees that they are better than other people because of the way that they were brought up, potentially, it's just a bad reflection. So my first year I hired 2 bona fide, licensed, experienced plumbers who turned out to be real assholes, and I had to fire them. And it's really shitty when you have a company and you're like and you have clients and you have people calling you and you have like it's easy to talk about it in theory, but when you actually have a book of business and you have to have people you got to take care of, and then you can't trust the people that you have to go do the job, that's when you like start to look bad. So I had to fire them, and then I had to jump in a truck, and I had to, because I never planned on actually doing the work. You know, as an entrepreneur, you have to, but having all the experience from working in a company before and building one up, and then having...
But you have to delegate. There's only so many places you could be at one time.
Right. So I had to fire everybody, and then now I'm in a van, and I'm going and doing all these jobs because I had to fire people, all for the sake of the reputation of the business, all for the sake of the quality of the business, because there's no point in building a business if you're going to build it on bad name.
Well, it's not going to get you anywhere. Yeah.
So I did that, and then I hired an inexperienced young man, and then I've been training him for the past 3 years, and now he's a bona fide plumber. And then I hired another young man. And so what I found is that there's, what's the saying? You can either have it fast and cheap. What is it?
Fast, cheap, and good.
Yeah. And you can only have two of the three.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's so good though. I love that model. But do you feel like, and this is a really, really good point, do you feel like a lot of people that have experience are worse or better than the ones that have no experience? And I'll answer that on my half. I like having people that hardly have experience because you can mold them, and they're not trained on this, like, you know, red train, blue train, whatever company they worked for. They're able to look past limitations. But then on the caveat to that, you're having to give so much time and energy into training them because they don't know much. So in your experience, what do you think is...
I mean, for me, from just my experience, I'm going to go with the more inexperienced person, just pour into them. Because you get what you want out of that. Now, you are going to have people who leave. You are going to have people who do that. Like, I had somebody ask me the other day, is like, you're teaching these guys everything that you know about plumbing. Like, you're teaching them the business side. You're teaching them this. You're teaching them that. You're helping them get licensed. Like, you're helping them get their master's license and everything. Are you worried that they're going to leave the company? And I was like, yeah, but what kind of owner or boss or human being would I be if, like, I was a person who was literally standing in front of somebody, stopping them from gaining, like, everything they could gain out of life? Like, as a leader, you should always want to push people to their maximum. If that means they're going to grow up and be a competitor, then by all means, like, if you actually love that person,
hats off to you, yeah,
if you actually love that person and care about that person, then you want that for them. And one of the things that I hope to one day be able to say, and is like, how many millionaires did I help create?
That's awesome.
Right? So, like, I just want to see how many people I can help become financially successful, whether that's through business or whatever it is, and just that be some sort of legacy for other people.
I love that.
Yeah.
Imad with 𝐸 Plumbing.
Thanks, Jordan,
awesome.
with HBH Realty.
Yeah. What does HBH stand for?
Home buyers. I don't know. Like, I don't remember what the last one is.
So it actually started out as Housed by Hosey.
It is House by Hose. That's what it was. Yeah.
But we actually transitioned it to House by House. Just
house
to make
by house.
Yes,
house by house.
One house at a time. You know, I don't have any interest of, like, just let's go be number one and let's just, like, swarm the market, because that takes a lot of stress too, right? But it's like, what can you be good at and just stay there?
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about just finding what you're good at and then just keeping that consistently and then slowly taking market share by doing that. I feel like that would be a lot more sustainable of being a potential number one producer than just going out there and buying a bunch of leads and doing that.
Oh, no thank you.
Yeah, no thank you to that either.
No thank you.
And that's in every industry. Nobody really likes the online lead game, I don't think.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
But hey, this is the actual this is the leads that we're trying to work for. Face to face. Let me pick up the phone.
Yep.
Can you please go fix this problem? I'm on it. I'll get it taken care of. And you've been a huge asset to our team. So we thank you for that.
I appreciate the opportunity, and hopefully we get to keep growing this thing.
Yeah. Oh, we're going.
Yeah.
The train's moving.
I'm excited to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Choo choo.
How do people find you?
How do they find me? Usually they call me, they ask me where I'm at, and then I tell them.
Such a smart ass. I love it. How do they find you, Imad?
I'm on the internet. Facebook, Imad Mohammad, 𝐸 Plumbing on Facebook, on Instagram, 𝐸 Plum, 𝐸 Plum.
Hold on, but the caveat is there's 2 P's in 𝐸. Can you? What the hell is up with that?
It's 𝐸 Plumbing. The second P is for plumbing. 𝐸, the second P is for plumbing. So it's ASAP Plumbing.
Oh, I'm like 𝐸.
It's because again, I'm not a creative person, like not like actually, like I don't
get
get,
it now.
I don't get paid for it or anything, but I like to think of myself as like this wonderful marketing genius.
Yeah.
Right? Just like in
Yeah.
my own fantasy world. I'm not
Sure.
saying it's true, but just let me have it. Okay?
Yeah, I
so
like it.
in my head, I'm like ASAP plumbing. I'm like, so the second piece for plumbing is just a funny little tagline. But in the future, if this company ever does become bigger,
When?
when it becomes bigger,
That's right.
the ASAP will always stand for as soon as possible. Like we could have like all sewer, all pipe plumbing. Like there's endless possibilities here.
Oh, wow. You're going somewhere with this.
Yeah,
I like it.
we can even do like an online like thing to where like whoever comes up with the best different one wins something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
But I just like it. It's just a little bit different. And then you Google ASAP plumbing, dude. It's really not that big of a unique idea. There's a lot of people who had it. So I had to do something a little bit different for the, to stand out.
Okay.
Yeah.
ASAP plumbing. ASAP plumbing. 2 P's. ASAP plumbing.
And then PP,
Don't. I'm not going there.
right?
I'm not going there.
Right? What do you do in a toilet?
Oh.
You PP, right?
Yeah.
So you got the PP. Yeah.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just ASAP. And then like it's really fun. So like, how soon can somebody be out there? We can be out there ASAP.
Oh,
It's just fun.
it's good.
It's just
ASAP. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
I like it.
I love it.
I like it. We're playing around with it. I don't know.
It's good. No, hey, it's good.
Working on a mascot name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the mascot?
What the hell the You're talking about the superhero with the plumbing?
He's just a super plumber. He's not a hero.
Oh,
but
he's a
we
super
appreciate
plumber.
you thinking of us as heroes, though.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you.
You really are.
Yeah,
though.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you really are.
Yeah. So, do you know his name?
PP.
No, but that's good. That's good though.
Oh man, the PP hero. What is it?
The flush.
Oh, that's pretty good.
The flush. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You're there as quick as a flush.
Quick as a flash.
As long as it's not backing up, because then we'll never fucking.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Flash. Gone in a flash. I like it.
Flush.
Flush. Like.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The flush.
plunger. I don't know. I mean, we can go.
The plunger.
I don't know.
That's a P word.
I'm just saying.
ASAP
The
plunging.
hero. He could be the.
Yeah.
He could be. I'm the plunger. You know.
Oh, you're like the sidekick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to be called the plunger.
Yeah. As a hero, I would be. If I was a plumbing hero, I'm the
would
plunger.
be-
I unclog all the problems. I don't know.
You'd be something cleaner than a plunger.
Oh, I'm not calling myself that. I was calling your hero that. Your
Oh, my guy.
yeah. You wait.
I thought you were saying if you were a superhero plumber, you'd be a plunger.
No.
No, you'd be more of like a water purifier.
No. Okay. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to detox
There you go.
with lemon and tea. Yeah, I got you.
It just has like sand and gravel in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you must pretend like it's lemon and mint
Yeah.
and tea.
It's got
all
like
the
salt in it.
things. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, PP ASAP online. Find him on Facebook. Call Imad for all your plumbing needs.
Please and thank you.
Thank you. Imad, that was awesome. Thanks
you.
for joining.
You're welcome.
That's all we got for you today on A Cup of Joe. We'll see you next time.
A cup of Joe?
Yeah.
Like a cup of Jordan?